How to report Medicare fraud anonymously. If you're an insider and want to report systemic Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud anonymously, you need to understand how it will play out under the False Claims Act if at the end of the day you want to obtain a potential whistleblower award. Whistleblower awards over the last decade have been quite significant, with each year hundreds of millions of dollars going to whistleblowers who do the right thing the right way. The False Claims Act itself has some mechanisms to shield the identity of the whistleblower for at least a limited period of time after they commence an action under the False Claims Act. And that is, the case is filed confidentially under seal. Under seal means the government knows about it, you know about it, your whistleblower law firm knows about it, but not the defendants. Generally, the defendants are not notified until several years later, and you will be given a heads up before that occurs. However, if you want to remain truly anonymous, there's other steps that whistleblower law firms and yourself can take, albeit they all have little drawbacks as well. One is to form a corporation whose express purpose it is to file that false claims action under the FCA, or the False Claims Act. That has some interesting possibilities if you're doing it as a one-time deal or maybe against multiple defendants for the same reason. However, anytime you register a corporation, that may be able to be tracked to you at the end of the day. So defendants who really want to find you out will follow the flow of money or try to follow the flow of money and try to out whoever's behind the corporation. Generally, that doesn't occur because you could always bail out of the case if the government doesn't want to proceed with it, or if the government does proceed, intervene, and succeed. Generally, the defendant wants to put it at rest and behind them as well. Another technique people use is the use of a straw relator, a straw plaintiff, somebody other than the individual who has the information. Well, you better make sure you very, very much trust that person if you're going to use that person to give the information, because that's the individual who will be entitled to the whistleblower award, if any, at the end of the day. Other statutes other than the False Claims Act do allow for anonymity. For example, the SEC whistleblower statute under Sarbanes-Oxley, the CFTC whistleblower statute, and the exciting new anti-money laundering whistleblower statute, AML, all provide for an individual to blow the whistle anonymously if they use an attorney. In short, if you have information that you think is material and about systemic fraud that a company is committing, particularly against the government, you should weigh your options by speaking with a whistleblower law firm who's been through it all before. Like Brown LLC, we strongly encourage you to give up my firm a call. But even if it's not our firm, you definitely should call a firm that has a focus in protecting whistleblowers.